Okay, I think y'all get the point. I'm a nerd. What's up, YouTube? So, y'all probably already read the title. You already know what's going on. Before I even start talking though, let me just get all this crap off my desk. So, from March to December, I think everyone got smacked with a bunch of new time. I spent it on random stuff like skating, dancing, photography, that stuff. But what's common with all of those pursuits is that after a bit they just died out. But the one thing that stayed constant from January to now is me reading. From grade 7 and 8, I would just shun books. Whoever read a book, I would just roast them. If I got caught lacking reading a book, I would just get roasted. I'd roast people why are you reading books? What are you doing, bro? I saw reading as something that nerds do, or girls do. And you don't read if you want to be cool. You don't read if you're cool. I think I got more mature in grade 9. So I basically got into reading in grade 9 because of self-improvement. I would just read all the self-help books. It changed the way that I viewed books. Before, I would just see it as before I would just see books as some kind of subpar substitute to video games or basketball. Now I saw books as something that I can do, that I can read, and that will change me and make me better. Kind of cliche, but it is what it is. It's facts. I'm spitting facts right now. So I just started reading in grade 9. I read something like 15 books that year, 2019. 20 maybe. So that's my backstory of reading books. Oh yeah, so as for the number 69, I did not start 2019 with the goal in mind of reaching 69 books. I'm not trying to be weird. I don't have an affinity for this number. I don't love this number. But I just thought it would be funny. Being real here, I just thought it would be funny to hit this number. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about my year reading books. So let's start with the first quarter of 2020. So this would be January to March. January to March is pretty normal compared to what we're going through right now. So life was still relatively normal. I didn't really read that much back then. I read a bit, but yeah, I had school, I had work. I didn't really read that much. COVID comes. Of course, that's not fun. I got so much more time on my hand after school's closed and everything. Most of my reading was done during the 6 months of March to September, because during that time I really didn't have any school assignments. I had a few, but not that much. I was what else can I do? So I started reading more because that's productive, it's productive. There's a switch from reading things that have that will have an easy direct impact on my life, easily the self-help books that I can easily impact my life, to something more abstract that's not as related to my life, but that's still interesting that I could think about. So before, I wouldn't even think of this stuff. I would just play basketball all day, try to be productive, But then I read stuff that I never even considered before, in Sapiens. I read stuff in those books that I really never thought about before, and it opened my view on the world, so I could think about stuff that I never even thought about before. It was really interesting. I really liked that. So my first book, I don't have it with me right now because I didn't buy it, but it would be Sophie's World. This book is so fire, but yeah, it's so good. It's an introduction to philosophy, but combined with a story of this girl, Sophie, that gets introduced to philosophy, and then okay, I'm not even going to spoil it. It's actually really good, but it makes you think about reality and all this. I recorded a podcast episode with my friends like the week after I read this, and like by the tone of my voice when I started talking about this book, like you could tell that I loved it. It was really good. It was really good. Please read The Sophie's World. Really good. It's like non-fiction, fiction merged together, philosophy, intro, plus this story that would make you think about like what's going on in the world. That make you think about reality and all that. It's really good. Please read it. So my number one book, like my favorite book of nonfiction that I've read this year, would be Digital Minimalism. And like I said before, I'm gonna make a video on like digital minimalism and like my relationship with technology in the future. But Digital Minimalism is such a good book. It like changed my life. I'm not even kidding when I say it. Like I know everyone says this blah 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 changes your life. Like brushing your teeth every day changes your life. Like drinking 8 glasses of water changes your life. Like that's one level of changing life, but this book actually did change my life. Cause before I'd be like texting all the time, like blah blah blah, wasting a lot of time on my phone. But then I read Digital Minimalism, right? And it makes me like I take a break from technology. I realize that I don't really need some of these things. And that's what drove me to disable my Instagram and all my other social medias during that period of the summer. But also like because all of this media, like everyone talks about how bad digital stuff is, like how bad technology is, but it's hard to quit. And Digital Minimalism gives you ways to quit. Like it tells you how to quit, how you can redefine your relationship with technology. And it really helped me. Like honestly, after reading it, I got so much more time. I'm not even kidding. Okay, so now what? Reading this much was a big change for my life. It was a very big change for me. Like I said before, I did not read that much before. But you really do not need to read 69 books to get the same impact to your life. Like if you read 30 minutes a day, that's like about 30 pages a day, right? And then say your average book is like 300 pages, because I think it's something like that. So if you read 30 pages a day, you read a book in 10 days. And because there are 365 days in a year, so you read 36 and a half books in a year. And that is definitely enough to see a massive change in your life. Like, yeah, it's really big change for me personally in my life during this year, because I didn't read before. And now I think about like things that I never thought of before. I have like different perspectives of the world. I know what other people like. I can live through other people's experiences, right? Like memoirs, you're basically like reading what other people would like their life. And you're basically like living a bunch of different lifetimes. I know in this video I probably brag a ton, but the only reason like why I'm able to accomplish these things, if these are like even worthy of praise, but like the only reason why I'm like this is because I read a lot of books. I like read a ton of self-help, and I was able to apply the self-help stuff in the book into my own life. Like this is a perfect example. That is why I'm like who I am right now. It's because I apply this stuff to my life, because these books are good. These nonfiction books they make an impact, and once you apply it to your life, then it's game over. Anyways, as long as you read, it's better than not reading, that's for sure. Like 30 minutes a day is not that hard. But anyways, so what am I going to do right now? What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to keep reading books next year. Probably not this many books. 69 is kind of insane. And I only read this much because I had that much time in quarantine. But I'm probably not going to read this much books. I'm going to continue reading though, because reading is a lot better than not reading. Like you got to keep it up. Reading is an important habit to maintain. I don't know how many books I'm going to read next year. Maybe I'll make a video next year if I'm still doing YouTube by that time. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? But yeah. Oh yeah, okay. If I'm really feeling myself, then I'll like leave a list of books, like ranked. I'll leave my 69 books and I'll rank them in terms of importance. That's basically it for the video. I don't really know what kind of content I'm going to make on this channel. Like one day it's skateboarding, one day it's reading, like who knows what the hell I'm going to make. But whatever, I'm going to figure it out. For now, please subscribe for new content. I will be trying to post often, but yeah, that is what's up. Thank you. Bye bye.